term, a new sport. As England Robinson takes on Year 7. Witness the passion. Feel the pain. In our school. Meet our new Year 7.
It's the most important school year of their life so far. They're all starting here together.
That level of noise is absolutely disgusting.
This is some better days.
You stinker.
CBBC have filled the entire place with cameras, so you'll get to watch Year 7 every step of the way. Hello, I'm Mr. Jones. I'm a maths teacher at our school, and every time that you're here, I'm going to be here too. Right now, I'm late for a lesson. Excuse me. Come on in. Boom. Mic drop. Starting Year 7 means getting to know a whole new bunch of teachers. Sometimes they'll be funny.
Master, it's not game, it's cancer.
Sometimes they'll be kind.
That's my mission, to make everybody smile.
And sometimes they can be a bit scary. On a chair, now! Sorry about that, but at least I got their attention. As for head of year, Mr. Shabir, he can be funny, kind, and scary, all in the same lesson.
Come in, guys. Planners out, equipment on desks. Come on in. Olivia, why does that bag look so heavy? Let's see how heavy it is.
He tries to have a joke with your book. Sometimes his jokes are not very funny.
Equipment. You've got a pen and a pencil. That's not really sharpen. No ruler. My text message going home. Chuck your chair on there. Don't be scared of the desk. Move forward. You leave the school in 2022. And the next time you want to come back to school, you have to book appointments. You have to go to reception and say, I bought this lovely gift to drop it off for you because it's been brilliant. The crucial skill is the balance between having the firm and fair approach where students know where they stand. Where's the equipment, boy? Take it out. Where's your plan to open up this week?
He's strict, but in a good way.
How do you know you don't?
That means knowing when not to push your luck.
Guys, when I talk, which part of that do you understand? When I pick this phone up, don't start talking. Mr. Shabir speaking.
He don't let any kid mess around and go out step out of line.
Stand outside you. I can spare 5 minutes. Yeah, 9 o'clock. Cheers. Bye. I'm sick of the small, low-level disruption, giggling, talking, dabbing. I'm talking. It's a classroom. I feel students are very clipped, messing. Shiraz, come back in here now. Should I say that without a smile? By the way, just another announcement, very important one. Sure you all planning on buying me lots of nice gifts and presents. No cheap aftershave. Bank details available. I accept checks.
For Christmas list, Mr. Shabir, but I suppose it's always good to plan ahead. Different teachers have different approaches to lessons. So what do you think makes a good teacher, Year 7?
Someone who is kind, caring, someone who listens to.
This is my favourite year group so far. Like I tell people, I'm like your school mum, aren't I?
1 at a time, please. Does anyone recognise this sort? It has to be entertaining. You don't want students who sitting there like this. Yeah. Listen, I'm bored. You're bored because you're being boring, Ella. I think that what makes a good teacher is that they're like a kid themselves. Say what inspired you to be an art teacher.
Well, I liked working with young people.
I find young people extremely annoying.
That's because you are one.
A teacher should be firm and strong because it's their classroom classroom.
And I accept that, but there's the door, use it. Don't waste my time.
I wouldn't be a teacher. I'd go home. I'd quit. Oh, I can't stand kids. Teachers, one's Mrs. Shabir, Mrs. Shaw, Miss... Go on then, Miss Ahmed, she's kind of helpful and she sorts problems out.
It's a busy day today.
She's got keep track of all 270 Year 7s.
If you have to come to see me, is it normally good or bad? Oh, pleased to hear that, because I don't really want to be the wicked witch.
She can definitely be a bit scary though.
What's your name? Silly. Finlay, yeah. Very silly, aren't you? You've been very silly. You look like a bunch of animals running around.
I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of her.
You think it's funny? Miss Cook, do not talk!
If you'll be a bit naughty, she will be strict, but I like her, she's kind of...
So, she's a bit like good cop and bad
You
cop.
do the crime, you have to do the time.
Especially when she's been our school's answer to the fashion police.
Reed, look at the state of you. Sort yourself out. I don't let anything drop, especially with uniform. I'm not happy with the fact that you think you can get away with pumps with glitter on that stand out. If I see you in them again, it'll be a detention lady.
Love 'em or hate 'em, wearing a uniform does make it easier to get out of the house in the morning.
Every day, before I get ready for school, I have to decide what I'm going to wear. As you can see, it's not an easy task, but I have got my wardrobe organised.
Organised? I'm surprised you can find anything in there. Look at it, it's rammed.
So on this side is all my jackets, skirts, in the middle casual stuff, and on here I have all my shirts. I have quite a selection of shoes. Today I'm going to be wearing these red ones because my top is red and my skirt is black, so I do like to coordinate. If your feet are happy, then you're happy.
One Year 7's definitely been keeping all the teachers on their toes since starting Year 7 is Ella.
No, you dare laugh one more time, I swear down.
Excuse me, Ellen. Very loud.
I think I'm like mean sometimes.
Shut your mouth.
Ella's beginning to get a reputation for falling out with people.
You said stuff, and that's not picking on, is it?
Ella?
If I picked on
Ella! Sounds like you're picking on her now.
I'm not sure.
The way you're talking it is.
I'm not like horrible unless like someone's horrible to me.
Today, Ella's been involved in an incident with Michael and Fareed.
She kept leaning on my table. I told her no shit. And then I moved my table back so she could leave me alone. And then she keeps coming. So I get a ruler and did that to her.
Ella's gone to report what's happened to Miss Ahmed.
Okay, let's just unpick this. Right, so other students, the key ones, Michael and Fareed. I need your statement, alright? And I'll get those two in there to do it.
But it's also a chance for Miss to talk about Ella's own behaviour.
What I am concerned about is the way you're getting involved in a lot of the incidents and you'll be in the same lesson. If he slapped you with a ruler, I'm definitely going to deal with that. But you admit that you're not very nice to people, don't you?
Just because I've had incidents before doesn't mean that it's going to happen again, does it?
You're getting worse to me.
I don't care, miss.
Wipe your nose with that, not on your coat.
Now, I think I can have a temper sometimes. If someone says like something that I don't like to me, then I get very annoyed very fast.
You've actually come to me with an issue, have you not? Every other time I've had to deal with you. Have I sanctioned you for what you've done? So why are you saying to me now that it's not going to be dealt with? Have you no faith in me? So why did you come to me? I will deal with things, but you really need to be mindful of what you're saying. Now? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, You look like you've calmed down now.
The next day, Miss Ahmed gathers everyone involved so she can get to the bottom of exactly what happened.
Mr. Shabiani, I just need to take a couple of students out. Right, I need to take out Michael, Jania, JJ, Chloe and Nameen. I'm taking half of your class, sorry sir. I've got several statements from most of you was involved. You've all had time to think about it and reflect on it. Read.
So she kept leaning on my table. I pushed her hand out, telling her no, shut up. And then she kept leaning back more. I pulled my table back, then she gets her chair, moves back and does it again.
Right, so you was leaning on your chair. You was annoying them.
And then
right.
Free told me to stop, and then I did, and then I went back again. And I didn't put my elbow near his workplace. I must have done it on an accident. And then Michael would tell him to hit me harder on my hand.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Ella, you were saying about putting your hand on the table, right? I'm sorry. You should not be doing that. We know what actually happened, right? People were disrespectful to each other, right? People used violence.
We're all good people, but sometimes we just make the wrong decisions.
Right, so did you make the right decision or wrong yesterday?
The wrong one.
Thank you for being so honest. Because at the end of the day, two wrongs don't make a right. If somebody's been horrible to you and you're just as horrible to them, it won't make you a better person. It won't make you feel any better.
And there's two sides to every story. This one doesn't have an happy ending.
Read will be nice for a day on Monday. If you hit somebody, it's a day in isolation, okay? You know what you did wrong, so I want to see some changed behaviours. Is that understood? Behaviours. Take that out of your mouth.
Settling into a new school and getting to know everyone can be daunting. And not just for the students. Goggles are all on, right?
Yeah.
Good. Newly qualified teacher Mr. Shaw pressure in his first term at our school. And although secondary school can be a bit of a scrum,
Sim in for that, do you understand? You push people.
that's nothing new for Mr. Shaw. I played rugby 6. Let's do this.
What I love about rugby is, firstly, the team environment. I love being able to play with friends. I love that it suits a lot of different people. You've got different positions for small people and fast people, and then there's positions for those that are perhaps a little bit bigger or stronger. And after like a really tough day at school, find a real good stress reliever. It's nice to sort of get it off your chest. Ben's actually a very good player, very quick and physical. Thanks, Joe. That's really nice of you.
You're playing on Saturday, so we expect.
Yeah, that bigged you up.
Yeah, we've got to, yeah.
It is an adrenaline rush. I love the excitement on Saturday, sort of putting on the rugby shirt, playing for your mates, just doing your best. The crowd.
In year 7, you get pretty used to hearing what your form tutor thinks about you.
Our form's punctuality was really good. We need to be better at this. Let's not start this half term like that, okay?
But today, the school have agreed to try an experiment called 360-degree feedback. Instead of being told what Mr. Shaw and Mr. Shabir think of them, these year 7s get to quiz their form tutors and report on how they're doing for once.
So we want student feedback so we can improve, can't we? Because nobody's perfect. Mr. Shaw might think he's perfect, but would you say he's perfect? Right, Morgan?
Yeah.
That was easy. So why is Mr. Shabir looking so worried?
I think he's a bit nervous.
controversial or anything like that. Baby should be. What do you think? Baby should be.
What kind of things did Mr. Shabir got into trouble for?
Talking.
So I'm big up. I loved school. But you're right, we were just like all young people, a little bit naughty, and I think I better stop there.
If you were to pick any position in school except for science, which would it be?
I'd like to be head of year, just because I get to see more year 7s.
Is after Mr. Shabir's job.
Maybe that's why he's nervous.
Or I'd like to work in the canteen, because then I can eat all the food.
You're so greedy, sir.
Yeah, that's okay, when no one's looking, just a little chip.
What's your favourite food?
My favourite food is sushi.
I don't like
So yeah, raw fish.
This is supposed to be a chance to ask the big questions about what really makes your teachers tick.
How do you get your hair like that? Yeah.
I brush it, and I put some in it.
Looks like you've just been dragged through the jungle backwards.
But that's the look I go for.
Bit harsh. This is all getting rather personal.
Have you ever had no beard?
We've been together for a long time.
Each minute, sir. You smell so strong. It's like you're overloaded with perfume. You stink, sir.
Beard takes a lot of upkeep, shampoos, conditioners, oils, straighteners, but it's clearly worth it.
What's the best thing about being a teacher?
Working with people like you, if you make people feel happy and comfortable, then you're with those people for life. I don't get a pay rise if you get a good grade. I get satisfaction and happiness and contentment.
What's the worst thing about teaching?
When people don't listen or
acting like planning the lessons, and then when the pupils don't listen, the teachers take it very personally. They think they're not a good teacher. Mr. Shabir reckons he knows exactly what you think of his lessons.
I have the power of reading your minds. No. How? Do you want to see? I'm going to prove it, aren't you? So if you guys want to... In your minds, don't say this out loud. 1, 2, 2. 4 and 4. 8. Think of a vegetable. Say it out.
Carrot.
Whoa! How did he do that?
That was like, read my mind what I'm thinking right now.
You're thinking naughty things.
True. That is true.
Describe him in 3 words now, quickly.
Strict, nice, kind, motivated, caring, excellent. 10 out of 10. 100%.
You lot obviously need to pay more attention in my math lessons.
Best teacher ever. He's a brilliant teacher. He knows everything.
So, Mr. Shabir and Mr. Shaw both get A stars from our students.
All right, thank you, sir.
Right, miss.
Sir, who'd you like?
No questions now.
No, who'd you like? Your beard or your wine?
Anyone got anything to add?
It was nice to Mr. Shabir more because we only know him for tutor, but he's actually a really nice guy.
Sounds like Finley's star to me. One of the best parts is trying new things.
Add your book to the pile, get yourself packed away.
After school, some of the Year 7 boys are going to Mr. Shaw's rugby club to try out his favourite sport.
I guess I was hoping that by introducing them to rugby, it might firstly show them a sport they've definitely not experienced before.
Beautiful time.
I thought it was just about tackling. Exactly.
Months of planning, and the day before I just got really, really sick. I was absolutely gutted.
Luckily for the boys, Mr. Shabir's on the subs bench.
What do I know? Do I look like a rugby player?
That's better. Now you do. Looks more like a school disco than a rugby trip.
Oh yes, guys, video! About time, man, finally! Yo, that looks sick! People are standing everything! Yay! Cool because, like, it was huge. It was, like, probably because a real one.
The size of Sheffield's ground isn't the only big surprise. Mr. Shaw's arranged to train the boys.
Ben Foden plays for Northampton Saints in the Premiership. He's also played for England, a really good player. So I guess he would be one of my role models.
He has like legs for arms and arms for legs. It's like, he's massive. He never skipped. Biceps were like the size of our heads combined, like, so like this.
Really?
Injury you've ever had?
One I had 2 seasons ago, I ruptured my ACL ligament.
Sam, what exactly is an ACL?
Is that arm or leg? Yeah, it's look, the new cap thing, like a little stretching thing. I don't know what you call it.
That's close enough. The anterior cruciate ligament is the bit that lets you move your knee backwards and forwards.
Asking Ben questions was incredible. What's the most famous person you've met?
I'd probably say the Queen.
Oh my god!
I could meet the Queen if you're just a rugby player. Yeah, you can.
Oh my...
What do you think the Queen would be like?
Careful, people have been thrown in the tower for less than that.
Well, I'm not bothered. Why, man? Because the Queen, man. But I'm not bothered with the Queen.
Now, anyone who's met Wayne knows there's one subject he is bothered about.
What do you think's better, rugby or football?
Obviously I'm biased, I'm very biased. Are you all football fans or we got a few rugby players? You know what? One piece of advice you all, you should do as many sports as you can when you're young, because it develops you in all sorts of different areas. Oh, rugby's obviously better. Okay, man. Come on now, boys.
I know rugby's a contact sport, but the training hasn't even started yet.
Hang on, I think you should be more suited to rugby, not football. You don't get any of that in football. You don't get that in rugby, though.
Wait up for me. Like, so everyone in the plane, I wasn't doing it from home.
So, fellas, we're ready to get on the pitch and give rugby a go.
It's down to Mr. Shabir to give the boys that all-important pre-match pep talk.
To represent the first part of Year 7, we showed Ben how good we are. Resilience, hard work, dedication, good communication skills. On 3 first part.
1, 2, 3, Yeah, Mr. Spears like our school manager. With his arms with a massive coat on, a hat, and a nice suit on.
Yeah, they seem really good. It's really good to see the kids getting the hang of rugby very quickly.
In fact, someone could be giving Mr. Shortion for our school's star rugby player.
I thought you were slow, no offense, but you flipping killed it, man. Lunch for like just a mission. I'm very fast because I train.
I know she's absolutely loving this. He's made for rugby. He loves it.
But someone who definitely isn't loving rugby is Wayne.
He was crazy. He was really want to win, like really want to win. He's like me.
Wins one thing, but taking a swing at someone is hardly fair play.
Keep your hands to yourself, please, young man.
Like my and then like when he was like trying to get the ball, like he got all aggressive.
sometimes Wayne can get a bit carried away. So Mr. Shabir steps in before things get messy.
Put yourself into some space. No need to keep shouting because you're running around, passing, shouting. Just barking instructions to everyone. Get yourself into position, calm yourself down, use the team member.
I wasn't calming down because no one gave me a chance, and what am I supposed to do when no one gives me a chance?
That's Wayne, you're on the ball, Wayne, plenty of time. Put it in, Wayne, pass it in. Looks like a quiet word from the governors.
Oh, I loved it, man. I was buzzing with the capital.
Wayne scored his first in rugby. He's happy, and hopefully this is the start for him to maybe take rugby up and never talk about football ever again. I don't think that's going to happen.
Playing rugby is a once in a lifetime opportunity for me because I'm never going to play rugby ever again.
Okay, I think you can show a lot of ambition and a lot of future talent is on display here, okay?
All of us thought it was cool. Some people thought they might not like it, but in the end, we played as a team and everyone did.
Am I convinced you to go and join your local rugby team?
No!
The boys have had a great time, but there's one person who's had to miss out on all the fun.
Well, as we know, Mr. Shaw's not feeling too well, and this is a rugby club. So can a nice message for Mr. Shaw, please?
You're the best in the school. You could be jumping in the pool.
It did make me feel a lot better. It was really nice with Ben Foden as well. Yeah, it really brightened up my day.
It shows how much care we care for him. That's grammatically correct, but that's how I'm saying it.
Year 7 can be a bit daunting, but making new friends and meeting dedicated teachers means you'll have a lot of fun too.
Oh, Simon!
And you never know, you might even learn a few things.
And who do you think is better,
Ben?
or Mr. Shaw?
Ben, because he is a flipping rugby player, and then
I think Mr. Shaw.
Next time, it's Fright Night at our school.
If you're a ghost, give us a sign.
who's that?
Our base rugby faces are...
I'm gonna lie to you, I always do this at my face.
Like, when I was looking, I was like my gums... I didn't even know how to do it.
Just put the imaginary ghost shit up. And I'm looking like...